Hi everyone, this is Coach D with National Flag Football, and welcome to the Touchdown for Tots Week 1 recap. I've been doing this for about 8 seasons, and I started just like you, teaching my 4 and 5-year-old how to play football. It was crazy. My wife signed me up. I had no idea what I was doing. So if I can show you a few little things, that's what we're here to do. Now look, they have lined this out for us. This is a simple minute-by-minute schedule, and I believe you can figure out most of it. But if I can give you a few little tips, that's what we're here to do. So number 1, I like to have a theme for the week. I call it the word of the week. Usually I start with leadership or teamwork or sportsmanship. And I like to get the kids involved in that conversation. So as we're starting to get to know each other, I might say, okay, what do you know about leadership? And then parents, you reinforce that throughout the week. How can they be a leader at school? How can they be a leader at home, right? It's all about leadership. So that's one thing I like to incorporate in my team huddle. Next, when we go to drills, we've created some awesome videos for you, not only for my quarterback and center exchange, but also for my bread basket. And I'll go into that in a second. But before I do, let's talk about warming up. Warming up is super important. If your kids are going to be practicing football at home, it's important for them to warm up. And here are a few simple things they can do. I'm going to jog in place for a couple minutes, right? Then I'm going to do a nice little set of jumping jacks. I do a hamstring stretch, and that's it, right? And then quad stretch, just like this. A couple of those quick warm-ups, and you're set to go. Now, as you saw, I just dropped my packet, right? As a coach or a parent, a lot of times we get stuck with this, what do I have to do? I've got to make it perfect. I don't want you out there just holding on to a packet, knowing my minute-by-minute schedule. I'd rather have you lead by example. Show them how to do each of the drills and the warm-ups with them. So be active. When I'm out there doing drills, I like to be out there, be part of it, right? I might grab my packet and look at, okay, what's next? What are some fundamentals that I can make sure okay, here's the principle number 1 or 2. But I want you to prepare and know what you're gonna do before you get out there. Don't make it like, okay, second thought, I didn't really get a chance to look at it, so what am I gonna do? Okay, guys, what we need to, I need you to be out there and be active, okay? So put that packet down and get out there and be active. Cool. Another key principle I like to do is coach in the moment. Anytime I see a kid who's not quite getting the form right, so for example, you're gonna see in our packet, we have the bread basket, right? The bread basket is just like this. As I get the ball, comes into my stomach, I'm gonna crouch down just like that, like an alligator. Well, if they're kind of grabbing the ball like this, I wanna coach them in the moment because this means fumble. This means they're gonna miss the ball. If I'm running up and I grab it like this, not gonna happen, all right? Another key to my bread basket is if the ball is coming this way, I want my elbow up, just like this. If it's coming in this way, I want my elbow up. So the ball goes to the elbow side and then boom. So I'm coaching in the moment so that it sticks. That's a great one. All right, now let's look at our play. The play that we have in there is the banana left and right. But really what we want to do is teach them how to take a picture, a play, and execute it. Put it into action out on the field. So let's say I am Y. Okay, on here I see Y. That's called a wide receiver. Well, right now what a 4 or 5-year-old needs to be able to do is just go to that position on the field, right? Where is it related to the ball? And then once they hear hike, the ball is what's called snapped. Where do they go? If you can get them to do that, that would be awesome. So let's say the ball is here, Y is over here. And they need to make sure that they're behind the ball so that they're not off sides. So I go right behind the ball, and on hike, I'm gonna run this way. There's an arrow. So they're following the arrows. Parents, I just need you to take a picture and teach them how, if I'm Z, if I'm X, if I'm Y, where do I stand related to the ball And then what do I do when it says hike? Do I run this way or that way, right? That's all you need to do. And then finally, we have fun. That's why we have a couple games in there. Red light, green light, being able to listen, being able to start getting the fundamentals of pulling a flag. One thing I would say, my most important tip has always been, I'm gonna grab my flag at the top here. So as they're learning to grab flags, don't have them grab down here, teach them to grab at the handle, okay? And then finally, just get to know each other. Create what I call a little text group, very simple, where everybody's communicating on the same page. If something shifts or something changes, or coach, if you have some thoughts throughout the week, or you see an article, whatever it is, you can share that together. So do a couple of those that start to build a nice bond as a team. You do all that, I think you'll be very successful. Guys, this has been the week 1 recap for our Touchdown for Tots, teaching our 4 or 5-year-olds how to not only crush it in football, but crush it in life. This is Coach D with National Flag Football. We'll see you in week 2.